But yeah, I totally fucked up. There's no excusing it. There's no sugarcoating it. I had a call with the team. I basically
Could you yogurt cover it?
said, like, it's a very real conversation, very real chance I shut the door because I just gambled too big. Even to
And there he goes. I might have to close the doors. That's how dire things are, according to him here. Again, probably shouldn't take this guy at his word because he is quite the grifter.
ship these back and take them all apart, I have to pay almost $10 a piece just to ship them back from Walmart. It is a extinction level event. I'm not like this is
Extinction level event. A quick view of Social Blade shows he had 27 million views in May of 2023. Last month he had only 12.5 million views, a drop of over 50%. Corden says, I love this rumor persists about my coffee company, despite the fact you can't find my blends nowhere else on the planet. If I'm just drop shipping someone else's beans, surely you can find some tangerine or blueberry cobbler that tastes exactly the same as mine. I guarantee this is the exact same coffee as your blueberry, also roasted by the same company, which is Mill Creek Coffee Roasters. By the way, not by you or Zach from Meta PC / Player One Coffee. Oh, and also, this and your coffee are both packed and shipped out the same building. TheQuartering has been grifting harder than ever lately, and that's saying quite a bit because he sets the bar pretty high with just his day-to-day antics. This all centers around his personal brand, Coffee, which is expertly named because no other coffee-related searches would start with coffee brand. And because of this, he has to constantly shill for it on his channel in order to keep it afloat. He said previously, oh, I didn't want to name it Liberal Tears because I wanted it to be able to stand on its own. Well, it doesn't really ring all that true when you shill for it over and over on your channel, and it comes across as your brand being dependent on your YouTube channel. And this has been very much to the annoyance of his fans. So much so that when he uploaded a video, woke leftists just screwed me over and all my staff about his brand. This entire video is labeled as this category and is too tightly integrated to be able to separate. This is what sponsor block says, and that's all user submission. So his fans labeled the entirety of the video as self-promotion. And you can see in the comments, they're very annoyed. Shameless grifter. I was informed that I don't need these luxuries, so I guess I'll just have to go bankrupt. And that's referencing a tweet where he was talking about the tariffs, and he said, you don't need a new laptop. You don't need the new video game. These are all just wants. Something along those lines. Imagine being financially irresponsible as this and blaming leftists for your own incompetence. The Quartering is in deep financial debt. Lol. Lamau, even. They won't do business with me. Isn't that like the entire basis of living in a free country? Couldn't have happened to a better person, can't take any personal responsibility, and got ruined in a free market doing what 10,000 other YouTubers have done. Losing money builds character. Shortly after that video, he uploaded Woke Psychos Try Destroying Local Business for Being Conservative, and it backfires. Hopefully. And it did backfire, but more so for him, because this entire video is about him complaining about a single one-star review on Amazon. And just days after he uploaded this video, he had 2 more one-star reviews that were not verified purchases and were basically just one sentence long saying, poor value, bad value. And people in the comments, again, very unhappy with this. I'm not going to lie, your coffee does kind of suck and it's overpriced. My coffee company I'm 300K in debt for is under attack by one review. He admitted in the video before this that he is 300K in debt for his coffee company. God almighty, anything to be a friggin' victim, right? This is an advertisement pretending to be news. I'm not worried about one negative review. Proceeds to make an entire video about a negative review. Local business. And now, most recently, in a stream, he was again talking about his coffee company, but by the sounds of it, things are even worse.
all right. Hey everybody. Time for me to get very real with you. I shipped way too many Mother's Day gift boxes to Amazon. I'm not even talking about, oh my God, we're
Apparently, Mother's Day is his busiest, best-selling time of the year because people don't know what to get for their mom, so they buy some bundle of snacks and coffee, which in his $100 Mother's Day gift box, you get 1.5 pounds of coffee beans and I believe 3 or 4 snacks.
Having a crazy sale, boing, buy yourself. Like, if I don't move through at least half of what I sent there, Coffee Brand Coffee is going out of business. That's how bad it is. So I marked him down 10.
Going out of business, he's saying now. So, of course, though there's lots of reason to not believe this guy and think that he is just lying in order to get people to purchase his coffee, which I'll show you some tweets that he's made more recently than this that lend a lot of weight to the argument that he is just lying here. But this is what he's saying at the time. According to him, Coffee Brand Coffee, as a going concern, is in total jeopardy. He shipped way too much to Amazon, and now if he doesn't sell it, he's going under.
I'm only making maybe 15 bucks on these. So I marked them down $10 today. It is a Mother's Day gift that has our very popular Coffee Brand Coffee, our Colombian roast, our yogurt covered pretzels, our chocolate covered espresso beans, and our delicious honey sticks. I'm hopefully asking.
In that Amazon review that he was so upset about, they're talking about you only get like 6 honey sticks in here. I can go to Walmart and get twice as much for half the price, or I can go to some local bargain bin place and get 8 times as many for twice the price.
People to Mother's Day's next weekend to click this link, which I'm going to pin. Yeah, I really made a huge mistake. I'm not going to make a video about it, a standalone video about it till it gets closer, but I made a huge mistake, and I'm hoping that you guys can think of this as not just supporting the channel, but also getting your Mother's Day gift out of the way. The link is in the description as well as it is here. I'm hoping that I can get you guys.
This is supposed to be like a free market guy, but he is constantly begging and pleading for people who watch his YouTube channel to buy his product. If you really believe in the free market, you wouldn't need to constantly do this. You wouldn't need absurd amounts of free advertisement to a group of people who already like you in order to keep your company afloat. But that's what he does over and over and over again. I showed you some of those comments. That's just a couple of them. Basically, the entire comment section is people expressing that same sentiment of, could you please shut up about your coffee brand?
Guys to dive into this Mother's Day gift box and really pick up a bunch of them. Yes, I am absolutely serious.
So he's asking people to pick up a bunch of them. This is supposed to be a Mother's Day box. You really gonna get your mom 5 packages of the same thing for Mother's Day? Oh, wow, son or daughter. This was so thoughtful. I'm glad you really thought of me and bought me 5 of the same thing.
I'm just gonna be totally honest. My cost on these boxes after Amazon fees is close to $80. I made a huge tactical error. Not It's my first time. So I was like, I'm gonna jump into Amazon and I want to do these gift boxes to try and get by. And I was fine making $20 per box if it meant new customers. But now I've marked it down 10. I may have to mark it down, more. But I'm hoping like literally everyone can, if you have somebody who needs a Mother's Day gift, or if you have someone, your girlfriend, or if you just want a coffee gift box, I'm hoping that today you'll buy. There's a $10 coupon you can clip, and then everyone who buys it, please come back and leave a review. Bad judgment by me, 100% mistake, very, very bad. And I don't have any other.
I mean, he's just admitting here, I made a huge business error. And rather than paying for that the way business should under a free market, I need you guys to bail me out. I wonder how this guy feels about other bailouts. Like, I don't know, the 2007, 2008 banks being bailed out. I'm sure he would feel the same way about that as he does about people bailing out his coffee company.
The way to put it. 2 years ago, we sold 2,000 gift boxes. This year, I said, well, if we sold 2,000 or 2,500 2 years ago, we should be able to sell Amazon. We should be able to sell 5,000 on Amazon. Wrong. So far, we've sold about 400.
Real creator clash mentality there. iDubbbz did the first creator clash, was a success. He thought, certainly, if the first one did X number, the second one will do X plus something number. Well, that wasn't very true. Turns out the novelty is really what helped the first one do as well as it did. And I would think there's a little bit of that going on here too, where people are like, oh, Quartering, he's got his own coffee brand. I'll check it out. I'll see how it is. People try to like, maybe it was fine. It's overpriced though, so probably won't buy another one. I'll get something of equal or greater value for the same or a lower price.
Now, Mother's Day is only a week away. Most of the purchases will come this week and next week, but I need a massive day. I need a massive day. It has the chocolate covered espresso beans, the honey sticks, the yogurt pretzels, and 2 bags of our delicious ground coffee. I don't care about the K cups. If I don't move these, literally, Coffee Brand Coffee is in huge trouble, like big trouble. I waited and waited before I told. If I sell 3,000 of the 5,000, I will survive.
He needs to sell, I don't know if it's 3,000 more units or 3,000 minus whatever he sold recently, but just to survive, he needs to make 3,000 sales of his $100 bundle.
And then maybe I'll rename it Father's Day and try to sell it for that. But yeah, I totally fucked up. There's no excusing it. There's no sugarcoating it. I had a call with the team. I basically
Could you yogurt cover it?
said, like, it's a very real conversation, very real chance I shut the door because I just gambled too big. Even to
And there he goes. I might have to close the doors. That's how dire things are, according to him here. Again, probably shouldn't take this guy at his word because he is quite the grifter.
ship these back and take them all apart. You know, I have to pay almost $10 a piece just to ship them back from Walmart. It is a extinction level event. I'm not like, this isn't
Extinction level event.
a shill. This isn't a grift.
What? How is this not a shill, not a grift?
It is a extinction level event. I'm not like, this isn't a shill. This isn't a grift.
It is a shill. You're just sitting here telling people to buy your thing. That's shilling.
Like, the $10 off is only for subscribers. No, there's a coupon. There's like a little coupon thing you see. Oh, I'm not sharing the page. Let me share the page. Here it is. So there's a little coupon that you can clip for $10 off. It's actually a really good product, but I should have built a product that was in the $60 to $70 range in a much smaller box. I probably
Well, really, what it sounds like you should have done is sold the same box for $70. Sounds like you wouldn't be able to afford to do that. That would just be at a loss. But I mean, that kind of goes to show how unsustainable this business is. This is just not $100 worth of product.
put too much stuff in the box. The box is too damn big. So I'm asking for a bit of a bailout. Hopefully you guys will make
There he is. Just straight up says it. I am asking for a bailout.
asking for a bit of a bailout. Hopefully you guys will make this your Mother's Day gift, or you will pick one up just because you get the chocolate covered espresso beans, the yogurt covered pretzels, the honey sticks, you know, all the stuff. I really, really am fucked. Like, I'm just being dead serious. So if you have somebody who you think this would make a great gift for, awesome. Or if you want to just pick one up because it's a good deal on our coffee, you know, and these snacks, I would appreciate that too. Yeah, bad. I just told Luke before the show, like, I'm in huge trouble. No more gift box ever on Amazon. If I at least sell like 3,000 of these, we'll be okay. I'll only lose 100 grand.
He sells 3,000 more of these bundles in his extinction level panic mode. He'll only lose 100 grand. And before, I don't know if I explained it, that comment was saying he's 300K in debt. That's what he said in the first video that I showed you. He said he's 300K in debt and he just had to buy an $80,000 piece of equipment on his credit card. So clearly he's maxed out all of his other lines of credits. Nobody wants to loan to him at a reasonable rate. So he had to spend $80,000 on a piece of equipment at 20% plus interest.
But if everyone buys them and leaves a review, maybe more people will buy them on Amazon. I launched a advertising campaign on Amazon with a $10 CPA. Basically, as long as I break even or even lose 10 bucks on each, I need to sell them. And I'm telling you, like our chocolate covered espresso beans, this is all really, really, really.
So they're saying, even if I'm just breaking even, I'll take that because I just need to get money in the door. I'm not going to be able to meet my expenses if I can't push this product fast.
Good. Yeah, I fucked up. I went too big, too fast in the middle of moving to Amazon. But if you're in the market or you know someone, definitely check them out. Yeah, and if you're mad about the coffee ads, I did one in an hour and 17 minutes, Henson. So maybe just relax. It's not Amazon.
I don't think that's very true. I'll read a little bit of this post from the guy who posted this on Kiwi Farms, and it doesn't sound like that's true that this is the first ad that he's done in an hour.
Amazon's fault. It's my own fault for overestimating and taking too big of a gamble. So you should have just bought the dip when Trump started the tariff thing. Yeah, I should have. Absolutely. But if you don't drink coffee, I'm not going to tell you to just buy it if you don't drink coffee. But if you do, or you know someone who does, or whatever, check that out.
Who doesn't know somebody who drinks coffee? You're just telling everybody to buy it. So shout outs, Return of the Mac and Cheese. That's the guy who posted this clip here. And he says, as I have been predicting for several weeks, Jeremy made a massive error in trying to move his business to Amazon, and now the desperation is setting in. Though things may be even worse than they initially appeared, this situation is so dire that TheQuartering is now claiming if he doesn't at least sell half of the roughly 5,200 gift boxes he shipped to Amazon, Coffee Brand Coffee may go out of business entirely. Notes from the video and other comments he's made recently. Jeremy planned to go big on Amazon and sell tons of coffee gift boxes to normies. That plan has failed. He has only moved around 400 units so far. He is desperate and offering a $10 coupon to move more units, as well as a $10 click-through ad campaign on Amazon, and will likely push these next month as Father's Day gift boxes, as I predicted, and perhaps offer further discounts and eat a loss on each box just to be rid of them. He has told his staff Coffee Brand Coffee may need to shut down if he doesn't sell enough units, and admits this was a massive blunder on his part. I believe this guy fairly recently did another news website where it was about publishing articles and stuff, and he had to can everybody and shut it down. So this guy really just does not know how to run a business. He is begging his fans to bail me out, but fully concedes that he got too greedy and anticipated selling over 2 times as many units as he did 2 years ago when he sold around 2,000 boxes. Related to the above point, his channel has fallen massively in popularity since 2 years ago. A quick view of Social Blade shows he had 27 million views in May of 2023. Last month he had only 12.5 million views, a drop of over 50%. Additionally, if you remove YouTube Shorts views from his number, he had under 12 million long-form video views on YouTube last month, his lowest monthly views in the past 2 years. He stopped doing shorts several months ago, but still got 600K Shorts views last month, though this will continue to fall over time unless he resumes producing shorts. Note that he stopped making shorts as they barely make any money even for millions of views, and the people subbing to his shorts content did not convert to long video viewers. Quartering admits the price of the box is too high and he made a massive error in not making the box smaller, as shipping the products to Amazon burned a lot of his margin. He admitted previously that the size of the packaging was a huge issue and that he could likely get the price down to 75 and keep the same margins if he had to do it all again. He also says a better price point for people on Amazon is likely in the $60 to $70 range. By the way, total vindication for the person who reviewed his product and heavily criticized the price, causing Jeremy to melt down. Yeah, he basically concedes that that entire review that he was crying about is accurate and fair. He's like, oh, you know what? This might be a little too overpriced for people. I think if I made the price a little bit cheaper, more people would be interested. Even just shipping back unsold units would cost Quartering $10 a box, not to mention the overhead of unboxing them and reselling the contents. No more gift box on Amazon ever. If I sell even 3,000 of these, I'll be okay. I'll only lose 100 grand. So there we are. Quartering has sold less than 10% of his stock and is in big trouble. The strategy from here seems to just offer discounts and beg his dwindling fan base to bail him out for his mistake, which was entirely caused by his own greed. This massive blunder could unwind the entire coffee grift unless his pay pigs throw him a lifeline. I would normally say this is just another grift, but the desperation and defeat in his voice certainly makes this sound legit, and eating a loss on thousands of units certainly is legit extinction level event for a business such as this. This also lends some credibility to the quartering is going broke rumors. So here are some of his tweets that seem to undermine the whole narrative of coffee brand coffee is on the brink of extinction. These are all pretty recent. This was May 10th, yeah, so today. I'm looking all over for a replacement AC adapter for this. Any of you know of a secret place where I can pay less than $120? And he shows a product that he has that he needs the adapter for, $1,400. I think this is a monitor, Odyssey gaming monitor, yeah. And then somebody here says, you have a 100K cyber dumpster, a 7K stove, and a 4K dog. But when your K-Cup packager cut you off, you cried for 80K to save my business. If you hadn't pulled that crap, no one would care about how you blow your money, but you flaunted your wealth and didn't save enough for contingencies. And he replies, bro, I have 3 $4,000 dogs. Get it right. Here, let's see, what is this other one that he was saying? So somebody says envy isn't a good look. And he says, envy of what? Chunky success? Hardly. He's put in the work, built the following, so deserves the carn of the riches. So when he flaunts his wealth, then cries poor mouth to get his fans to pay for what he won't / can't, because he blew his money on luxuries that needs to be called out. So, I mean, this person's being pretty fair. They're saying he deserves his success. It's just his attitude here of crying and begging for people to buy his stuff. And he also replies to another comment here that says, yep, broke people don't set up a private RC racetrack on their own half-acre of land. Not a good look for someone saying they have money issues. Quarter implies, I actually have 33 acres, and Coffee Brand Coffee did about 400K in sales last 30 days. What do you bring to the table? Okay, that's that same one there. So here someone says, yep, repackaging coffee beans and charging 3 times the price. So sad that his audience is that dumb. Corden says, I love this rumor persists about my coffee company, despite the fact you can't find my blends nowhere else on the planet. If I'm just drop shipping someone else's beans, surely you can find some tangerine or blueberry cobbler that tastes exactly the same as mine. He goes on to say, I'll wait. In the meantime, you can get almost all of my blends now shipping free overnight on Amazon. So I thought he was done with the Amazon stuff. It was not working out for him, but no, now he's selling everything on Amazon. And the return of mac and cheese replies to this part about not being able to buy the stuff anywhere else. He says, I guarantee this is the exact same coffee as your blueberry, also roasted by the same company, which is Mill Creek Coffee Roasters. By the way, not by you or Zach from Meta PC / Player One Coffee. Oh, and also, this and your coffee are both packed and shipped out the same building. And here he has a picture. This is from that, what was it, Mill Creek Coffee Roasters. And they have a blueberry bomb. Not exactly the same as blueberry cobbler, but I mean, how different is that really going to taste when it's in coffee, right? It's basically just blueberry flavor for both of them. And I don't know how true this is, but it seems plausible at the very least. And supposedly it ships out of the same building. I don't know. No one else sells tangerine or strawberry coffee because those aren't good flavors for coffee. But if anyone was interested, they could just talk to Mill Creek and get the same deal you do. They will even do the same thing they did for you and Zach and wear your company's shirts while they roast the coffee so you can take videos and pretend you run a real company and not an overpriced repackaging operation. Here's the link for anyone interested. So supposedly this company will allow you to buy their coffee and sell it under whatever name you have. Which lots of things do that, like Alibaba and stuff. They'll sell these generics, but there'll be lots of companies that say, "Oh, hey, we'll slap your label on it and send it out for you, so it looks like you have your own brand." Pretty sure. What are those earbuds that everybody sells? Raycons. I'm almost positive that's what Raycon does. They're just some Alibaba earbuds that get a label slapped on them and marked up like crazy. To reiterate, Quartering tells his fans repeatedly that he brews his own coffee. This is a straight up lie. He says this so he can claim his company is better than dropshipping because it employs people. Never mind if he was dropshipping, the company doing the work would just be employing people instead. This is also happening at the same time he's moving his products to Amazon to reduce his staff required to ship, which he has admitted on livestream. He lies about stuff like caring about his employees, going out of business, brewing his own coffee, etc., because he can't compete on the open market and relies on his pay pigs to carry his company while the coffee packing employees are disposable. Now that he's done milking his fans, he's back to flexing as well and talking crap. Imagine if you bought coffee thinking you saved this guy from the poorhouse, then saw all this. Reminder, not only was he claiming his company might go under a few weeks ago, he was claiming he's in massive personal debt. And I already showed some of these, but here he has Phase 1 of RC Track complete, which this guy also runs a remote control little toy vehicle channel, and he has apparently there are RC cars that are at thousands of dollars. I didn't know, but that's one of this guy's hobbies, and he has tons and tons of these $1,000+ RC cars. So that's what you're funding here. This guy wants to pretend that he runs a coffee company, but it's really just completely subsidized by his fans. They don't care about his coffee. They don't really support the brand. They just support the quartering. And when he constantly cries he's going out of business and he's going to have to fire people, they're like, oh, well, I guess I'll give him some pity money. But he says, Phase 1 of RC Track complete. Phase 2, build stairs and railing. Sunday. Phase 3, bring in dirt/clay. Wednesday. Phase 4, drainage ditch. Next Saturday. Phase 5, layout. Next Sunday. Phase 6, fun. May do a time lapse of the build. There's the 33 acres thing, Cybertruck, and the $4,000 dogs. Let's see, what is this about the wholesale? We love working with our wholesale and private label customers and creating partnerships with new ones. Whether you are looking for wholesale private label solutions for your website, coffee shop, business, restaurant, hotel, ski resort, or otherwise, we work with customers to find unique ways to solve your equipment, training, and coffee needs. Our customers are an extension of our company, and our focus is to help you become successful by providing you a great product at a great price. Contact us today to learn about our programs or learn more below. So custom blends. Our roasters are available for tastings by appointment and will help you choose or create a custom blend for your company or organization. So that kind of supports what Mac and Cheese was saying. They don't need to be sold anywhere else. You can just get it through this other company that essentially is doing drop shipping, right? They make it for you and send it out for you. You're not actually doing any of the packing or blending or roasting yourself. Private label. We provide private label options for customers who prefer their own brand of coffee for resale. From fulfillment to roasting to packaging, we can provide everything you need for your coffee brand. So that's stuff I was talking about, like what I think Raycon does, where yeah, we'll package your coffee and roast it and do all that stuff for you, and we'll even slap your logo and label on there for you so you can pretend like you're running your own business. Delivery. Because the freshness of your coffee is so important, we offer free delivery along the Wasatch Front all week long. We will also ship via UPS. Okay. If you're just starting out, we're happy to review your business plan and offer our expert advice. Okay, well, that's one thing Quartering should really be taking advantage of if he is working with these guys. Wholesale supplies. We offer teas, syrups, mixes, filters, cleaning equipment, and almost everything else you need to keep your coffee business brewing. Oh, that's interesting because the Quartering also sells a lot of teas on his website. So he could be doing everything through these guys, basically. Machines. Having the right equipment is crucial to great tasting coffee and espresso. We work with many reputable equipment manufacturers and offer a variety of brewers and espresso machines. We only sell equipment designed to brew our coffee to its maximum flavor. So even that equipment that he supposedly bought, he could have gotten that through them too. Training. As a wholesale customer, we ensure that you are prepared on day one. We train your baristas or staff about Mill Creek coffee and our commitment of freshness, as well as proper brewing and extracting techniques, steaming and cleaning your equipment. Our commitment to great customer service continues throughout our relationship, checking back to ensure your coffee is tasting great and you are satisfied with your service. So that's not exactly what the guy was saying about you can have them wear shirts with your logo and shoot a video like that, but you could have your employees go there for training and have them wear your logos and stuff, and it would make it look like you have your own facilities a little bit there. Going back to his Twitter account, McCording replies to a guy who says, how you're a failed coffee business? Lamp? I'm not sure what he means by lamp. LARP, maybe? Gordon replies that we're pacing for our best single month ever. Sure would be a shame if tomorrow crushes it. So there he is saying, oh, this is actually going to be my best month ever. So not such dire straits, right? James, oh, and then here he's replying to somebody else. This is not really related to coffee, but James, I love your work, dude, but this is embarrassing. You literally just said you were fearing for your life 5 days ago. Oh, kind of how you said you were fearing for your coffee brand coffee company, and now you're bragging about all your RC cars and having $3,000-$4,000 dogs and all this stuff. Just no self-awareness here that he's doing more or less the same thing this guy is. Obviously, he's not saying his life is in danger, but he's saying his company and his employees' jobs are at stake. This guy is just so blatant with it, and I I don't understand how you can listen to this guy cry and moan and complain so much about his coffee company, shilling for it over and over again, talking like it's going to be going out of business and he's going to have to let all of his employees go. And then he's just bragging about all of these things that he's spending money on and saying, "Oh yeah, it was my best month ever." How? How do you listen to this guy? It's absolutely absurd. Oh, I think I might have X'd out of it. I said I was going to show that it wasn't just that one ad in the first hour. I think I closed the post because it didn't really have that much about it. But somebody was saying in there that it was not the only time he had showed it. He was doing it like multiple times an hour for multiple minutes long that he was showing his company in that live stream. That just was some other person on Kiwi Farm saying that. You take it with a grain of salt. But how? How do you listen to this guy? And I mean, it does sound like people are less and less willing to listen to him. Obviously, lots of people in the comments were annoyed with him, and his viewership, according to Social Blade, is down 50% since like 2 years ago. So, I mean, maybe it is catching up with him a little bit, but just stick with the YouTube videos. I don't understand why he has to pretend to be a businessman. Just stick with the very simple business model where you have almost zero overhead and you just upload YouTube videos. Like you're not a businessman. You're not good at this. The reason that you're able to do YouTube is because it's like the easiest business model in the world. There are almost no costs other than your time, tiny bit of electricity, and you have an ability to make absurd amounts of money doing that. No, I mean, his videos aren't that long, so he doesn't make a ton of money in that way, but he uploads like 5 videos a month, or 5 videos a day, not a month. Just stick with that. Just stick with that. But no, he's going to pretend that he's a businessman and he has this successful coffee company, but the only reason that it can continue to exist is because he pleads to his fans, please, guys, literally bail me out. Please, literally bail me out so that I can keep doing business. And then he's going to brag about how much money he has and all these nice things that he has on his Twitter. What a joke. I truly do not understand how anybody can listen to this guy and take him seriously.